Small bathrooms, what is worth and what is not. Hi, my name is Kevin with River City Construction, and this is your information podcast where we talk about the things that matter most for you in your home. Today, we're going to be talking about small bathrooms, what is worth to remodel, what is really not worth to remodel. A lot of the times we come in to a new home and the homeowner is typically thinking about a remodel, right? Thinking about, I want to remodel my bathroom. I dislike the color. I dislike the tile, especially in Massachusetts. Just like all the pink colored tiles, all the yellow colored tiles, all the blue tiles. So a lot of the times we tend to hate the color of the tiles. And sometimes, overlooking most important things like plumbing, ventilation, and looking more into the aesthetic side. So today we're going to be talking about what is the most important remodel part, or what should you be focusing on. And then we're going to talk about what is aesthetically pleasing and what you should be aligning yourself with this remodel. So in a city or condo association, if you live in a city or in a condo, we don't get a lot of huge bathrooms. The bathrooms are tight. The bathrooms are small. And sometimes one of the biggest challenge is the storage. What do you do with the storage that you have, right? How do you come up with new storage places? So today we're going to dive deep into this. Why small bathrooms are different. Small bathrooms are different because they're tight spaces. They're limited storage. We have ventilation issues. We have older plumbing here in Massachusetts. And we also have condo rules or sometimes building rules that we have to abide by or code that we have to abide by. So what is worth it? What do you consider a good investment, right? So rule of thumb for a good investment is layout changes. And I want to pause a little bit about layout changes. Today, or a couple of days ago, we went into a new home in Cambridge. And as I was walking into the bathroom, the doors swing into the toilet. And then I'm a bigger guy, so I crammed into the bathroom, literally pushed through, and I was able to get into the bathroom. And when I got into the bathroom, I was like, dude, I kid you not, we got to change this layout. Like, whatever we do in this bathroom, or whoever sells you a bathroom remodel, please change the layout. So first thing that you have to tackle, make sure that you have a good layout. I always tell my clients, if you're looking at a bathroom forward, usually all of the bathrooms have the same layout. We have to the right, we have toilet, vanity, shower, or sometimes we can have it on the left, vanity, toilet, shower combination. And I'll probably post some photos about it as well, so you can see what I'm talking about. But maybe changing the door layout, the door swing can help a lot with the space. Door swing, maybe thinking about a pocket door. It could be a good idea as well if the plumbing allows it. The toilet and vanity clearances. In Massachusetts, of course, we do have plumbing codes that we have to abide by, but just think about it as, a little room is always better, right? So if you're sitting in the toilet, you want to have from the center of the toilet 15 inches to each side, and that will give you enough clearance for the toilet. Vanity, of course, 21 inches in front of the vanity or 21 inches in front of the toilet in order for you to have good clearances, right? And also shower placement. Where you place your shower or where you place your tub is going to be very important for that layout for the bathroom. If you're not too concerned about the layout, let's talk a little bit about the shower versus the tub conversions. And a lot of people ask me, hey, Kevin, I own a home or I live in a condo and I want to get rid of this tub and I want to put in a shower, walk-in shower. So there's two things about the walk-in shower configuration, right? Thing number one, if you have people living in the first floor, let's say your condo is on the second floor or your house is in the second floor level and you don't have access to the plumbing underneath, in order for us to convert that tub into a shower, we're going to have to change that drainage size, right? That's plumbing code in Massachusetts. In order for you to have a shower, a walk-in shower, you need to have a 2-inch drain in order for that drainage system to work perfectly, right? So if a tub usually has a 1.5 inch plumbing drain. So in order for us to transition to a shower, we're going to have to go to a 2-inch drain. So be on the lookout. If you're thinking about changing it from a tub to a walk-in shower, just know that we're going to have to get underneath the subfloor, replace all of the drainage all the way to the main stack. Most bathrooms are wet vented, and what wet venting means is that one drainage line is picking up the shower, picking up the toilet, and picking up the vanity, and is wet venting, through the main stack of the house. So be sure that you talk to a licensed plumber and a licensed contractor so you understand what it means, or what it means to replace your tub into a walk-in shower, if it's even doable in your situation. So replacing that tub for a walk-in shower can give you more space, can give you the flexibility of having more storage, and make the room feel bigger. Ultimately, for smaller bathrooms in Massachusetts, you want the most space that you can get. You want the recess cabinet. I know you want the floating vanity, just so you can have more storage underneath there. And you sometimes, in some cases, you do want to have either some shelves on top of the toilet. We've made some beautiful shelves, by the way, but some shelves on top of the toilet, or you want to put in some storage on top of that toilet. Now let's get into ventilation, right? Ventilation is one of the biggest considerations, and it's a win to replace the ventilation, because 9 times out of 10, your home or your bathroom doesn't have the proper ventilation. So what does it mean to have a proper ventilation? Proper ventilation means you have a proper exhaust or proper moisture control to be able to prevent mold and to be able to have a quieter fan. So rule of thumb for ventilation is you need to have a fan that is sized to the room, because sometimes there's fans that are 100 CFM, there are fans that are 120 CFM, and of course the bigger the CFM or the more CFM it has, the louder it could be, although there are some companies that are making very quiet fans. So make sure that you have proper ventilation in your bathroom. Remember, ventilation is golden for a bathroom remodel. Ventilation will be the deal breaker in a bathroom remodel. So if you can't do anything in the bathroom, at least tackle that ventilation, because it will prevent mold, it will prevent mildew, and make sure you get a quiet fan. So now let's talk a little bit about storage in buildings. In a small bathroom, storage is king. Sometimes they say cash is king. In a bathroom remodel, storage is king. The most storage that you can get, or talk to your contractor and try to get as much storage as you can get. The more storage you can get, the better. Try those recessed cabinets, try those floating shelves with vanity, drawers all around if you can. Shower niches are a big one. Don't do a shower remodel without a niche. Sometimes we do need that extra space to put in the soap. We're doing this nice stuff right now that we're recessing the niches so it looks super clean, super sleek in your bathroom. Biggest takeaway for a bathroom remodel is lighting. Don't go cheap on lighting. Please make sure that you have enough recessed lights. If your fan can have a light in the fan. If you can put a light in the shower, put a light in the shower, and make those lights also dimmable. Remember, small bathrooms, the more light that you can put in there, the better. It can make the space feel wider, and it can make the space bright up a lot more. So vanity light is a must, recessed light is a must, layer lighting if you can is a must, and if you can dim those, it will be golden. You'll be golden for lighting. So what's usually not a good investment for a bathroom remodel, or what is something that I would steer away, depending on the size of the bathroom as well. But some things, I will tell my clients, hey, you know what? It is better for you to put your money in this than in that. Right? And what are those things? Over expensive faucets, or online faucets. Here in Massachusetts, most plumbing fixtures need to be Massachusetts approved. So don't just go online or look at Pinterest or look at Amazon, which one is the best faucet, or what's the nicest looking faucet, because 90% out of the time, those faucets are not Massachusetts approved. My recommendation is go to a local, plumbing supply store, look for a nice faucet. Most of the things that they have in store, they're going to be Massachusetts approved. So you want to make sure that you do go to a local spot so you can pick out a good faucet, good toilet, and all this good stuff, because once again, it needs to be Massachusetts approved. So don't go overly expensive on faucets, on toilets that are not Massachusetts approved. Designer hardware, trendy finishes. If the bathroom doesn't work, the most expensive fixtures won't work neither. So if your plumbing doesn't work, your ventilation doesn't work, it doesn't matter if you put top of the line, vanity, top of the line faucet, but if the plumbing really doesn't work, guess what's gonna happen? In a couple of years, you're gonna have to take all those beautiful things down. Probably they're gonna get damaged on the way, and then you're gonna have to replace all the plumbing fixtures, and everything has to be replaced at that point. So overly designing or having trendy things. Of course, they look beautiful in magazines. Of course, they look beautiful in California. Leave that for California. We're in Massachusetts. So another thing that I would steer away from for a bathroom remodel, I would steer away from overly designing based on trends. You know, we do help our clients design here in River City, but I will always tell my clients, don't just focus on trends. Trends come and go. In 5 years, you're going to be regretting that pattern that you just picked out just because it's trendy, just because it looks cool. Trust and believe me, I know it looks nice. I know you might want it, but in a couple of years from now, you're going to hate that trend because it's just the trend, right? Bold tile patterns that sometimes you look at it and you get dizzy. Steer away from, dark colors and dark schemes although they look super cool. I'll recommend my clients to steer away from that because, of course, it's one of those things that trends come and go. High maintenance materials. Oh my. So let me talk about high maintenance materials. You don't want to go with a type of material that you have to take care of it every so often, right? Like super expensive material that you have to, take care of it. So remember, in a small bathroom, timeless always wins. Something that will be timeless and play it safe. I know you might not want to hear play it safe, but in this case, you're going to be putting money into a bathroom remodel. You're going to be putting money into your home. You want to make sure that it's something that you will love forever. Another thing that I will definitely steer away from is cutting corners on plumbing and waterproofing. Oh my, I cannot stress much about waterproofing. Waterproofing is one of the most important things that you need to focus on for a bathroom remodel. If you cheap out on the waterproofing, trust and believe me, everything that you just did is go boop, you just threw it down the window. Why? Because waterproofing is the most important thing on the bathroom remodel. So if you have old pipes, if you have old cast iron, if you have old waterproofing or bad waterproofing, or because waterproofing has increased tremendously or has gotten better through the years, there's great companies out there that are doing some phenomenal great waterproofing for your bathroom. And if you're going down the road of a bathroom remodeling, you want to make sure that your contractor is using the best waterproofing. Laddercrete has some great waterproofing. Schluter has some great waterproofing. Weedy has some great waterproofing. And there are newer companies. I will kind of stay away with the more mature companies though, waterproofing, just to make sure that you can get that warranty that they do offer. So proper waterproofing, proper slope on the drainage, making sure that you have the best drainage possible for your bathroom or your shower. Never want to redo a bathroom because something behind the walls have failed. Remember, city and condos can become a little bit tricky when it comes down to a remodel because you do have a couple of things like, HOA approvals, rules for the building, working hours, inspections, and upon inspections, we already kind of talked about the inspection world, neighborhood coordination. Planning matters even more whenever you're in a building. So you need to make sure that whenever you are in a building or you're remodeling and it's not a single or two family home, you want to make sure that your contractor is aware of the planning that takes to remodel that space. A great rule of thumb, a bathroom isn't about how beautiful or how luxury it is. It's about how the space works for you. Is this bathroom functional for me? You have to ask yourself that. Is this bathroom functional? Is this design functional? Does this really work for me? A lot of homeowners think about, I want to remodel. Yes, I understand you want to remodel, but let's backtrack a little bit. The most important part of a remodel, yes, is the permitting, but it's about the design. Remember, we are a design construction company. We help you design the space that you need, the space that you want. And sometimes in designing, you don't always get what you want, but trust and believe you will get what you need. And some of those things is storage. Some of those things are lighting. Some of those things are perfect ventilation and the best waterproofing that you can ever get. So spend the money on the layout, spend the money on the ventilation, spend the money on the storage, spend the money on waterproofing. Be careful and be thoughtful on your finishes. If you're planning a small bathroom remodel and don't know where to start, remember to start on planning first. Plan your bathroom first. Plan your bathroom remodel. Plan it to the T until you get what you desire. Remember, this is Kevin with River City Construction, and we're here to help you learn, live better, and love your home. See you in the next one.